Shane Gray will be in the left lane, Larry Morgan in the right.
With Matt Hagan, now you become a spectator, and the guys that are second, third, fourth, and fifth still alive. How painful now as you assess what had been a big lead.
Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously our lead will get crunched down here a little bit, but it ain't no big deal, man. We got to roll in here, and it's just another race, you know. I mean, you start putting pressures on yourself like that and counting points, I mean, it does nothing for you. But, you know, Dickie's going to beat himself up over that one. You know, I did last weekend, and win as a team, lose as a team. I still got lots of love for these guys and lots of, I just got lots of encouragement here with all this team. So I'm just looking forward to getting to this next race and, you know, hopefully turn on 4 win lights there. But you can't win them all. We sure do want to, but we're glad to have Freightliner on the car this weekend. And I guess we'll get back to running some of these other guys next weekend. But, you know, just keep digging deep, working hard, and hopefully we stay ahead of this game.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So will that round 2 loss be a hiccup or a speed bump? We'll find out by day's end. The ladder features 6 countdown drivers still eligible and a new point leader. His name is Jeg Coughlin, and he will pick his lane against Ricky Jones coming up. So we begin, though, with Shane Gray and Larry Morgan.
Talk about being a spoiler. That's Larry Morgan in the other lane against this man, Shane Gray. And Larry Morgan with that huge hole shot win over Mike Edwards. Probably going to need a hole shot advantage over Shane Gray if he's going to want to get the win. Shane Gray's been making good horsepower all year long, and they're making some decent runs this weekend, too.
Larry Morgan's been doing this a long time. He has a 91 win here over Warren Johnson. But for Larry, his last semi on the tour, Brainerd 1 year ago. And Larry's not even going to be able to make the run.
It was really hot.
Alan Johnson gets settled into the office there, strapped in as the reigning Pro Stock champion. Will take on Jason Line coming up in just a bit. But right now, it's all about the #1 qualifier, Erica Ender-Stevens, who missed a handful of races during the end of the regular season, but is still alive in the race for the championship. She'll be taking on V. Gaines, and the points we mentioned just a moment ago, they look a lot different. That's because Mike Edwards got beat in round #1. Jeg Coughlin has taken over the lead by 6, and that lead could grow if Jeggy gets past his second round opponent. Stat guy.
And then Jeg, the last time he led the points, he's got to leave the race with the lead, was Indy 2009. That was the race where they did the reset. Mike Edwards, remember, the guy who had the points lead, would go on to win his Countdown Championship.
And how about this if you're V. Gaines, Mike? You've raced Erica Enders-Stevens 6 times in your career. You've never beat him. Never beat her.
Not very good odds, are they? Right now, she's got a very good race car this weekend and has lane choice like all the other Pro Stock races, taking that left-hand lane. But how about Erica Enders? She's got to be loving the countdown as much as Mike Edwards hates it.
Well, V left on Vincent Nobile in the first round.
Oh, look at those lights.
And by 2000s got left on by Erica. How about going 0-10 and getting left on? Doesn't matter, though, when you get the round win. How about that?
59-6 to her 60.
You knew it was coming. The yabba dabba do part.
And how about that? I mean, he needed that light. You know, an 0-10 reaction time, but Erica was double 08. What a great race. Both cars have missed on the set. I think they both spun pretty hard off the launch. But take a look at the Lucas Oil photo finish cam, and by just a nose, V. Gaines advances to the semis.
That's V. Gaines 1, Erica 6 now. That number just changed.
There you go.
Father, Dad, it's Greg Enders realizing the opportunity missed there, Gary.
There is concern for Shane Gray. Tell us why.
We was on a fairly decent run. I put the thing in high gear, and it just broke transmission. The motor just, about halfway through high gear, the motor just went up on the high side, so it broke the transmission.
You got some work to do, but I know you'll be out.
We'll just put another transmission in it, but hopefully it didn't hurt the engine. Thank you.
I'll be watching to see what's going on there with Shane Gray. Well, they are widely regarded as football's first family. Don't miss as we revisit the upbringing of the Manning brothers with never-before-seen footage and stories from their beginnings in New Orleans all the way to their ascent into NFL stardom. SEC Story, The Book of Manning, Tuesday at 8 on ESPN. That'll be interesting for sure. As will Jeg Coughlin and Ricky Jones, a couple of the young bucks in this sport. Of course, Jeggy 43 now.
He's
the
not
veteran
young.
here.
He's not young anymore.
But you know what? How long could Jeggy continue to do this? I mean, Warren's racing into his 60s, and at 43, he's still got 20-plus years. Ricky could be doing it for 40 years based on the fact he's 26 then.
Man, that's a long time. 26. I can't even remember when I was 26.
Ricky Jones has never beaten Jeg, by the way. 0-8.
Oh, and he goes red. Ricky Jones throws it away.
Jeggy does go 6:57. Had the quicker elapsed time, though.
57-0. Good job, dude. 2:11.
You would just like to have seen Ricky maybe keep Jeggy a little more honest there.
Keep picking away at this thing, man. We're picking up a little ECs of the heat, and we're picking up a little speed, man. Let's keep that. Good job.
Well, I'm bored with Jeg. It would have been tough to beat him. He still had an 0-13 light. That wasn't in anticipation of Ricky leaving. That was just flat his light. So, and he ran the number on the racetrack. So probably was going to win anyway. But like you say, try to keep him honest. But Jeg Coughlin looks awfully strong today.
V. Gaines, what was your reaction when the crew says that's an 0-10 light?
I can't believe it. I mean, this old guy, I don't know where they're coming from, but we're enjoying the heck out of ourselves. We got a great car, and it makes a driver look awfully good.
Well, keep it rolling.
Thank you.
Yeah, it seems like when V is on his game, he's definitely on. But when he's off, he can be off pretty far either way. But he's on it today here in Texas. Jason Line, Alan Johnson, it's a Camaro, and a Mopar.
I like Jason Line's car. I mean, like I said, #1 in my power rankings because he had a really great performance in Charlotte, even though he came up short, just like Matt Hagan in Funny Car. But he's not let me down here. He's been making some good runs, although he did lose lane choice to Alan Johnson in the previous round. But both of these drivers made very good runs, but Alan was just a little bit better.
Well, this is a huge round for both. Alan, if he wants to defend that title, love to get those 20 points. Jason Line certainly would love him as well. Everybody now trying to keep pace with the new point leader, Jeg Coughlin, 3rd and 4th starting today. That's why it's such a big round.
And Jason Line and that Summit team, they have to race the lane. They have to just be concerned with going up there, get a good reaction time, and run as quick as they can in that right-hand lane. Doesn't seem to be a big difference, but there does seem to be some subtle differences for both classes.
And how about this? Is this a trend? 2nd round losses at the last 4 races on tour for Alan Johnson.
Jason was away first. Good race.
Make it the last 5. Jason Line takes the win, the all-important one, 6:56. Quicker than a 6:57 by Alan Johnson.
I mean, how about pro stock? I mean, Jason had the advantage off the start, and obviously he hit the setup. He had a good 60-foot time. That means the launch setup was just about right for that lane in these conditions, I believe. And Jason just did his job getting that thing down the racetrack. You take a look at the Lucas Oil photo finish cam, 16,000 of a second, the margin of victory. That's not even close in pro stock, but still a very good race.
So the semifinal matchups in pro stock, thanks to that win by Jason Line and his 6:56 8-time slip, he will pick his lane against V. Gaines. V been very dangerous, though, on the reaction timer today. Jason not going to take that one lightly. And then on the other side, it's going to be Jeg Coughlin. Is this guy just thundering down the road again? He will take on Shane Gray. Question is what kind of problems does Shane Gray have under the hood of his car?